Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about a couple different things. We're going to go look at some of the New Year's what has happened on New Year's historically. We're going to talk some about the Tether FUD. I think that's a little bit causing the price pullback today. We are retesting this low back from November 26th of about 90,700. We'll see what happens here. There's a lot of red in the market today. Interesting though, some of the meme coins, especially some of the small meme coins, are doing quite well and coming back a little bit, which is interesting. A little bit more this morning, before Bitcoin started dumping. About an hour ago, the stock market opened and a lot of cryptocurrencies have been dumping because Bitcoin had a nice big dump from almost 94 down to almost 91 right now. But it is interesting that some of these meme coins that were pretty beaten down, like banana was down a lot, peanut was down a lot, and even pizza was down a lot. I keep on trying to call it Agatha because I'm watching that Marvel show Agatha, always Agatha, or whatever it is. Anyways, Angola is what it's called. And then we have Popcat even coming back a little bit, Moodin coming back a tiny bit, but you can see now it's coming back down a little bit. But it was just interesting this morning to wake up and see a lot of the meme coins up. Fred, this little baby meme coin, tried to do something, but it's pretty much dead. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. Another thing, another random side note is I got into Butthole coin last night, and it was doing actually pretty insane. So I like 5x'd my money. I took my initial investment out and I'm just going to ride it for a little bit. We'll see what happens. But yeah, not financial advice. Definitely super risky. I don't know if I'd get in now, but I just saw people talking about it on X yesterday morning and it was kind of funny. But anyways, what do we got going on here? So first, Tether FUD. A lot of people today, the 30th, are saying, oh, Tether is going to crash. There is always so much Tether FUD. People are talking about it all the time. It's going to take the market to zero, blah, 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 blah. I've seen this narrative a million times, and it usually marks kind of a low in the Bitcoin price. So let's go through and we'll talk about some of the January 1st that we've had historically. So what do we got going on here? All right, so 1231, you can see this is 2023. So this is last year. You can see we kind of hit a high here, almost the same timing, which is interesting. And then we kind of pulled back. And you can see we went down, what's this percentage? About 8%, not a lot. And then 1230, which is today, kind of an indecision day, right? So down, up, and then 1231. And then on January 1st, we had a nice 5% pump, and then we went up till about January 12th, and we saw one big retest here, down 20%, and then boom, big pump. So, okay, there's one end of the year in December. Let's go back a little bit more and check some more of these and see what happened. So, go back a little bit more. This is 2022. Here we go, 1230, 1231, not much happening. Very dead at this time, because this was after, the big collapse we had in 2022 after the 2021 bear market. I'm sorry, bull market, and then we had this big bear market. So there wasn't a lot of people in here. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's going to zero, blah, blah, blah. But you do see that on the first, second, third, we were going up, and then this is about the 11th on January, we started blasting off here and saw some really big gains. It's interesting because kind of the different as the last year, right? So on the 12th or whatever, last year it went down. So basically January, at least the beginning of January has always been bullish for the last two cases we looked at. We're going to go look at more cases. We'll just see what's happening historically. Again, you don't, so this is kind of the end of the bear market. So this date doesn't really make that much sense to kind of look at. You can see this was just a dump because we're kind of finishing the bull market at this point. So it's kind of over at this point. So this one is kind of, a little bit of an outlier. So let's go down to 2020, December. We have 23rd, 24th, 25th. We saw a nice little Christmas rally before. So this is what I was kind of expecting to happen, but didn't really happen. But you can see here on, where's the first? Right here. So we started going up, another retest about the same time, about mid Mid to early January, we have another retest. This one was about a 30% pullback. So there has been a lot of pullbacks in January. So, but the beginning of January has always been nice. So you can see here, let's take this example yet again. Where's January 1st? Right here. So January 1st to the top, 55%, and then it only pulled back 30%. So it didn't even pull back past what the price was on the first. I guess it touched it almost exactly, actually. It touched it almost exactly. So again, rally in January, a little bit of pullback. Then you have the inauguration of a new president, and then we saw a nice pump of 120% into the top of the market there. So interesting. All right, let's go back and look at some more. Let's see what we got going on. 2020, what did we have here? On the first, we saw a little bit of a pump. We went up about 50%, which is nothing to scoff at. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. So kind of the same story. We went down the last couple days before the beginning of the year, then the beginning of the year. This was actually January 3rd. So we had a little bit of dump in the beginning, but not much. And then we just kind of went up all the way till February. So this had really no, I guess it kind of had a mid-year drop off, but it was only like 10%. So nothing big. So another very bullish January for sure. What else we got going on here? 2019. Now this is the end of the bear market again. So not much price action. You know, a lot of people are kind of just worn out. But guess what? The price is $3,000 a Bitcoin. So if you're buying then, you're doing quite good. All right. Now, again, December, what do we got going on here? So the end of December, 12/8, 12. This one's kind of interesting because this is the top of the market. So this one doesn't really make sense to look at either because it's kind of a special scenario, right? But I guess we did see a pullback through the end of the year. And then from the 1st to the 9th, yeah, we saw a 30% pump. So that was a big move after the 1st of the year. So I think we're going to be pretty good when we come into January. I think right now, again, people are just not really here because it's the holidays. People are enjoying time with their family. And if this is getting you down, maybe you should do the same. Go outside, get some sun, talk to some people, hang out with some family. What do we got going on here? Same kind of similar story. Went up. I do see a lot of dumps though, January. I do see a lot of dumps in January, but also some pumps, right? So we're definitely going to get into some volatility. Now, I wonder if we look at Ethereum, what we got going on here. So here's Ethereum. Let's just look, spot check a couple of these. So let's see here. December. This one is basically end of November. Oh, this is, I'm dumb. We got to go back a little bit further. That's literally week ago. All right, here, let's go down here. 2024. So January 3rd, we saw a dump. End of the year, we saw a dump. January 1st, we saw a pump. Yeah, it's very volatile for sure. You can see here. So on the end of the year, we saw a dump. Then we saw on the very first, January 1st, we saw a nice pump of about 6%, then a little bit of a pullback, then another pump, then a pullback, and then boom, blast off again. So end of January. There's definitely a lot of volatility in January, which is good and bad. A lot of volatility means the price is going to go up a lot, but it also could go down a lot. But, you know, it doesn't necessarily, it seems to always be kind of the start of some of the big runs. So that's definitely good news. Let's go back and check one more here. All right, 2022, December, we had some dumps into the end of the year, and then January, boom, pump, and we ended up going up about 50%. We didn't even have a pullback until really February, March-ish time frame, and then resumed the up, and then, yeah, April dump. So, yeah. Interesting. We'll kind of see what happens here. I think most of this is just because of the Tether FUD. I think a lot of people are thinking that it's funny. The Tether FUD comes so often, but I think a lot of people are just kind of thinking, I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking. Comment below. What are you guys thinking? But I just feel like people are a bit worried about the Tether FUD and just the fact that we are, you know, we hit the top about 1217 and we've had many days of down and we're down, you know, whatever, 15%, which is not a big pullback, but altcoins have been pretty smashed. I think A lot of sentiment is down just because of this. If you go look at Google Trends as well, I tried to find a list of Tether FUD and dates. I couldn't really find a good one, but let's look at Google Trends right now. You can see that people aren't really searching for Bitcoin right now. I think, yeah, again, I think holidays is just part of it, but let's see what we got going on here. So actually today, a little bit more people are looking at Bitcoin, which is interesting. I wonder if that's because of the Tether stuff. I don't know what's really causing that, but if we go here and we go past 5 years, so we can see the 2021 top, you can see, you know, we didn't get really anywhere near that. We didn't even, we hit what, like 60%, 65% maybe of what we saw near the top of the market there. And if we zoom out even more, oops, if we zoom out even more, 2004, you can see it's almost like diminishing returns for people searching for Bitcoin, because I feel like a lot of people know what Bitcoin is, even if they're not really participating in it. But you can see the very first peak was really high. The second peak came almost in there. And then now we just are really pretty low. I mean, it's only 50% of what it is in peak markets. So there's a lot of, you know, I think we're nowhere near the top. I think we'll see a lot of gains next year. And it just kind of depends on what type of financial market we're in. If we see some really big recessions or some wars or something like that, we could have some early stops to some of these cycles. But interesting, Nigeria, El Salvador, Austria, Switzerland, Netherlands. Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. What do we got going? Bitcoin price. Anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. I just want to kind of go through and review some of the end of the years we've had previously and see kind of what happens. It looks like this is kind of normal. A lot of volatility at the end of the year and the kind of mid-January. So I guess buckle in tight and get ready for that, and we'll see what happens here. Whoa, what the heck? That was weird. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment below. If you want to try leverage trading on any of the exchanges, feel free to use my links below. I have one for Bitunix, which I use all the time. I have one for BTCC as well. You can get 10% additional bonuses with BTCC, and Bitunix has up to $5,500 for newcomers. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.